This week on my vlog, I'm going to talk about my friend David Roeder, or Big Dave as we used to call him. We met at Stony Brook, New York in 1967. He was singing in a band with my friends Don and Andy, but mostly he sang solo with just his 12-string guitar. By the time I joined the band, he was in Los Angeles pursuing a master's degree in something or other, probably pickup lineology. I would see him and we'd hang out at gigs, but it wasn't until 1973 when I moved into Manhattan's Lower East Side that we actually started working together. I made half a dozen demos with him that were pretty good, and it was all in the style of folk rock and that every song was about relationships, but we kept working together. Around this time, we started a group called the David Roeder Method, which featured Andy Chernoff on bass, my brother Joe on keyboards, and Jack Rigg on guitar, plus myself and David. He made me laugh. He had a wicked sense of humor, often inappropriate. I admired his fearlessness. He could be terribly sweet and considerate, too. I just liked hanging with him. After Blue Oyster Cult, we worked together a lot, writing dozens of songs and playing gigs. He asked me to play on a record he was making called Bambo. During this recording, he got me the job at the high school where he worked. After Bambo, we made several more records together. Beauty of the Island, Find Something Beautiful, They Made Me, and last year released posthumously, Roeder's Monsters. This spring, I went to see his youngest son, Ben, play a Battle of the Bands with his group. It was crazy how much he looked like his dad. And his band is really good. Here's a sample.
She said, I will treat you right, yeah. I want to club the next morning. When I had done all night, yeah, yeah. See, you took my head. See, you took my heart, yeah. Now I'm on the road. Got nothing to go. And I'm looking at my blessings. Got nowhere to run, yeah. Got nowhere to
In the summer of 2002, he told me he was going to have an operation because he had some kind of disease, but not to worry, it was rare and it took a long time to kill. Before he went in, though, we went into the studio and recorded another record. After the operation, he came back to overdub some vocals, but it was clear he was very weak. In a month and a half, he was dead. In life, there are some people you get over, and some you don't. He was one of those.